Us on Newsx, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated Lee Jae-myung on becoming the 15th President of the Republic of Korea. Lee Jae-myung, South Korea's Liberal Party candidate, has been named the newly elected President of the country. His 2025 victory comes after conservative outsider Yoon Suk-yeol narrowly beat him in the 2022 election. However, this year, Lee beat his conservative rival Kim Moon-soo of the People Power Party. The Democratic Party leader's snap election win was in a way 6 months in the making, since he voted against a shock martial law decree imposed by the now ousted Yoon Suk-yeol. The 2025 South Korean president election had witnessed the highest turnout in the country since 1997, as nearly 80% of the Asian nation's 44.39 million eligible voters showed up to cast their votes. Well, Prime Minister Modi has extended his congratulations. He has said on X that he's looking forward to working together to further expand and strengthen the India-Republic of Korea Special Strategic Partnership. Arzu Se joins us for more on this story. Arzu, Prime Minister Modi has extended his congratulations to the incumbent South Korean president.
Well, yes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Lee Jae-myung on his election as the President of South Korea, and also expressing enthusiasm to strengthen the Indian-South Korea Special Strategic Partnership. Also, PM Modi tweeted congratulations to Mr. Lee Jae-myung on being elected as the President of the Republic of Korea. Looking forward to working together to further expand and also strengthen the India and South Korea Special Strategic Partnership. This message also highlights, the importance of India-South Korea's relation and potential for enhanced diplomatic and economic ties between the two nations. Also, Lee Jae-myung's victories mark a significant change in the Korean politics following the ousting of conservative leader Yoon Suk. And also, this comes after a huge victory and the support from the South Korea that the Lee has got. And Lee wins follows months of the political chaos after former conservative President Yoon Suk was ousted in April for his short-lived martial law declaration. The scandal deeply damaged the conservative bloc and also, contributed to the public anger. And pre-election survey, in fact, early exit polls also showed the Lee leading comfortably, and the results have also shown the same. And there was a, nearly 80% of the South Korea means voters have participated, and one of the highest turnout in the recent history yesterday.
All right. Further breaking news, in fact, coming in now this hour. The National Disaster Response Force team under Command Inspector Parasant GC has conducted a recce at vulnerable areas at Devikulam, Tehsil and Idukki district, which are prone to landslides. The team met Tehsildar Devikulam, and further team was accompanied by Tehsildar and village officers at various locations. The inspection comes in the wake of arriving monsoons, which could trigger landslides in the area. The recce is being undertaken to ensure proper preparations and evacuation options in case of an emergency. Raj Kiran is joining us for more on this story. Raj, a recce being conducted there. Give us more details.
Yes, Uday, as we have seen from last few days, a continuous rainfall has been noticed in Kerala. So now the National Disaster Team, as Command Inspector Prashant, has conducted the vulnerable areas, recce at the vulnerable areas of Devikakulam Tehsil in Idukki district of Kerala. So now they have noticed a few of the areas where exactly the landslide might happen. As a precautionary measures, the local people will be evacuated if there is any kind of situation. Once the recce is completed, later the report will be given to the NDRF team, given to the government, and government will take action on it. And if they have found anything there that a landslide might happen, so there the evacuation will be done. There the people who are staying nearby places will be evacuated from there. So these all the measures, as a precautionary measures, these all the things will be taken by the Kerala government. So now recce is going on. After the recce, the detailed report of the recce will be given. Local Tahsildar and other officials have attended these places and conducted recce in various places of Idukki district where the landslide might happen. These are the information till now. Uday.
Yes, in fact, further breaking news coming in this hour. Weather has taken a turn in the state of Rajasthan. Dark clouds have covered the Savai Madhopur region of the state. Heavy rains and strong winds have lashed Rajasthan, marking the arrival of the monsoon early. Heavy rains in the city of Savai Madhopur provided a relief from the scorching heat, cooling down the weather by a margin of 3 to 4 degrees. The streets are soaked and the skies remain overcast, making it an early start to the rainy season. Vishnu Sharma is joining us for more on this story. Vishnu, has the monsoon arrived early in Rajasthan? Vishnu, are you being able to hear me?
जी देखिए
Vishnu, I'm trying to ask you about the situation in Savai Madhopur. Has the monsoon arrived early?
देखिए प्रदेश के 4 जिलों को छोड़कर तमाम जिलों में येलो और ऑरेंज अलर्ट जारी किया गया है मौसम विभाग की ओर से। लगातार जो है बरसात का दौर है वो प्रदेश भर में चल रहा है और राजस्थान के अधिकतर जो जिले हैं वहाँ टेम्परेचर लो हो गया है, 35 डिग्री के आसपास जो तापमान है वो आ चुका है। और अभी भी जो बरसात है वो लगातार हो रही है। आप मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं कि जो राजधानी जयपुर में भी जो बारिश है वो हो रही है। प्रदेश के अलग अलग जिलों में लगातार प्रशासन की ओर से कहा जा रहा है कि जो कच्चे घर हैं या जहां पर कोई क्षतिग्रस्त बिल्डिंग्स है उनसे दूर रहने के लिए मौसम विभाग की ओर से कहा गया है। लगातार जो बरसात है उसके चलते लोगों को कहीं ना कहीं राहत मिली है। जो 9 तपा का जो अलर्ट जारी किया गया था मौसम विभाग की ओर से उससे कहीं ना कहीं राहत मिली और प्रदेश भर में जो बरसात है वो हो रही है। कल से ही मौसम विभाग की ओर से येलो और ऑरेंज अलर्ट जारी किया गया और अलर्ट प्रदेश के करीब 1 दर्जन शहरों में जारी किया गया और लगातार हो रही बरसात से जो आम लोग हैं उनके चेहरे पर खुशी देखी जा रही है क्योंकि जिस तरह से मौसम बदला है जो भीषण गर्मी प्रदेश भर में पड़ रही थी उससे कहीं ना कहीं लोगों को राहत मिली है। जी
शुक्रिया विष्णु हमारे संग जुड़ने के लिए। Indian Air Force Group Captain Subhanshu Shukla will pilot the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft to the International Space Station as part of the Axiom 4 mission. He's said he's most excited about the fact that we will be able to observe Earth from a good vantage point. Speaking at a press briefing just days ahead of liftoff, Shukla added, "I feel very confident in my team's ability to complete the mission successfully. We've trained vigorously on all tasks repeatedly. The much anticipated launch, in fact, now has been delayed again, though. Initially set for May 29th, then June 8th. It's now scheduled for June 10th at 5:52 p.m. IST due to operational changes and extended quarantine." Brian Thomas is joining us for more on this story. Brian, the Indian who will be piloting this spacecraft has spoken out. He's issued a statement. What has he said, Brian?
Well, clearly, Uday, Indian Air Force Group Captain Subhanshu Shukla, like you very rightly mentioned, is all set to etch his name in history books as he now prepares to pilot the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft to International Space Station as part of the Axiom 4 mission. Now, clearly, like you very much mentioned, he was speaking at a press briefing and expressed confidence and pride that he is very confident in his team's ability to complete the mission successfully, and they have trained rigorously on all tasks repeatedly. Clearly, also, it was originally scheduled for May 29th, then again got delayed to June 8th. Now, the launch is finally now slated for June 10th at 5:52 p.m. IST, and owing to operational adjustment and extended pre-flight quarantine protocol. Now, this $64 million AX4 mission jointly, which is undertaken by Axiom Space, NASA, ISRO, and the European Space Agency, is being hailed as a landmark in international cooperation and India's space journey. Once launched, he will rather become the first Indian to set foot on ISS and the first Indian astronaut to fly into space since Rakesh Sharma's iconic 1984 mission aboard the Soviet Soyuz T-11. And he also said that what excites him the most is the opportunity to observe Earth from a truly unique vantage point, and reflecting on the intense training he underwent in the recent months. He added that even stars are attainable. And he said that he's deeply inspired, prepared, and confident going to the ISS. And he also acknowledged Rakesh Sharma as a key mentor during this journey and said that he understands the background, the experience, and he's been guiding force. Rather, Rakesh Sharma has been a guiding force and offered, and being a mentor. And he said that he will be carrying a special token to honor Rakesh Sharma, which is a detail he's keeping under wraps as of now. But yes, clearly symbolism and multilateral unity are deeply moving into this very mission. Yes.
Group Captain V.N. Jha, defence expert, is also with us live. Group Captain Jha, it's a proud moment, of course, for all Indians. This is, of course, a special gesture also that Group Captain Shukla is doing. He's going to be carrying something special for Rakesh Sharma, special, gesture on his part. He's also excited to observe Earth from that vantage point, issuing this statement ahead of the planned liftoff.
Oh yes, Uday. Very good morning to you and to all your viewers. I compliment Space Newsx first to have taken up the subjects of space science, as always you do. Yes, it's a very novel moment for Group Captain Shukla, because he's just the next after Squadron Shukla, Rakesh Sharma of those days. And of course, these 4 pilots who were shortlisted for the Gaganyaan project have been going on this. Grupi Shukla is going on the exam project through the exam services to the ISS. You are the best person to confirm whether he is going as a pilot or he will be mission specialist. To my understanding, I think he should be a mission specialist. Pilot will be, the astronaut will be someone from the, I think NASA, most probably. When he goes from here as a mission specialist, he will be required to carry out many of the projects. Exam is a body, something like InSpace that we have in India, which coordinates all rather little bit of economical approach to the space science, whether it pertains to manufacturing in the space, whether it is space science research and development, or any other purpose. So that is where the exam comes up there. Then that, and I compliment the government of US also to have nominated Group Captain, requested Indian government to nominate Group Captain Shukla for this. So it's a very great moment. 10th, we are looking forward to the early morning when SpaceX rocket, their rocket will be taking in their capsule to the International Space Station. They usually take nearly a day in docking to the International Space Station. So we are looking forward to that great moment. He will be having the first-hand experience, and since he is also a crew for the human space mission, he will be gathering many of the experience at hand, how Indian Gaganyaan, the travel, the entire mission will be going through. So compliments, it's a great moment. After Scholar Rakesh Sharma, Group Captain Shukla is the next who is going to the space. It's great.
Yes. However, there has been a delay, a repeated delay in the liftoff date and time. What explains that, Group Captain Jha? It's been rescheduled a couple of times.
Usually there are 3 issues in this. Firstly, the launcher itself, the SpaceX rocket, Falcon 9 usually they go, and the Crew Dragon is the one which is reused every time. Even the Falcon 9, they have got their refurbished first stage, which is introduced into this, and it is reused many times. So is the capsule as well, human capsule, which is the Crew Dragon, which is having the entire life support system. So renovation takes project, and if you have some difficulty somewhere, you first address that. Thumb rule of any space launch is don't blast off with anything wrong in the system. That is the first thing. This is the first reason. Secondly, Axiom is sending this. That means Axiom must have cooperated with many other agencies to carry out some of the projects, some of the R&D, some of the research in the space. One of the mission specialists will be Group Captain Shukla as well. So there could be some delay on their part as well as when they launch, it has to be ascertained that the ISS is in the correct orbit, it is at the correct space, and it is ready to receive the additional crew what comes from there. So these are usually the 3 variables which immediately mandate either the postponement of a launch or subsequently timing of it. So I'm not sure what exactly has caused this, but before launch, any delay which is on part of the sending agency,
yes,
it is welcome. They should be rather safe.
Okay, Group Captain Jha, thank you for joining us with your perspective on that story. A major security concern has surfaced involving Jyoti Malhotra, the alleged spy with links to Pakistan. According to sources, Malhotra was reportedly present on the Vande Bharat train flag-off by PM Modi in Varanasi on the 19th of December 2023. According to intelligence sources, Jyoti had earlier visited Kashi twice in July and again on 9th December after returning from Pakistan. Investigators now believe she captured close-up visuals of the train, including its pilot cabin. The Central Investigation Agency may transfer her from Hisar jail to Kashi for further probe into the suspected surveillance activity. Javed Hussain joins us for more on this story. Javed, this is a big scare which has emerged that Jyoti Malhotra reportedly was capturing visuals of the Vande Bharat train. In fact, she was part of the flag-off as well in Varanasi.
देखिए उधर देश की सेंट्रल एजेंसी के टॉप सोर्सेज की अगर हम आपको बताएं कि एजेंसी के अलावा जो देश की तमाम जो खुफिया एजेंसीज हैं सेंट्रल, वो सभी अब इस कनेक्शन को जोड़ने पे लगे हुए हैं कि आखिर ज्योति मल्होत्रा का पाकिस्तान टू काशी का आखिर क्या कनेक्शन है। क्योंकि साल 2023 19 दिसंबर को जिस तरह से देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने वंदे भारत का जो इनॉग्रेशन किया था, उसी ट्रेन में ज्योति मल्होत्रा ज्योति मल्होत्रा भी उस वक्त ट्रेन में मौजूद थी और उसने वंदे भारत को लेकर और तमाम जो स्टेशन के आसपास के जो मूवमेंट है ट्रेन को लेकर उसको पूरा कैप्चर किया था और कई ट्रेन के सीक्वेंस को उसने क्लोजली कैप्चर किया था। इसके अलावा ये जब भी साल 2023 की बात करें या अगर एजेंसी सूत्रों की माने तो साल 2022 में जिस तरीके से ज्योति से जो अब तक खुलासा हुआ है, हालांकि ज्योति इस वक्त जुडिशियल कस्टडी हिसार के जेल में है, जेल नंबर 2 में से रखा गया है, लेकिन जिस तरीके से जो पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन निकलकर सामने आ रही है उसमें कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा बताया जा रहा है कि हर एक पाकिस्तान विजिट से पहले और बाद में ज्योति काशी गई है। एक बार जो सबसे लास्ट उसका विजिट रहा है जो काशी का, वो बस के जरिए काशी गई है और इससे पहले लगातार वो गाड़ी से गई, लेकिन काशी में भी वो कुछ चीजों को उसने कैप्चर किया है। क्या उसने महज अपने यूट्यूब चैनल्स के लिए उसने कैप्चर किया था या इसके पीछे कोई एक बड़ी साजिश है? क्योंकि इसको लेकर जो एजेंसी है, जो एजेंसी सूत्रों का मानना है, उनके हवाले से अगर हम आपको बताएं तो ज्योति मल्होत्रा को NIA जो है वो जल्द ले जा सकती है काशी और काशी के तमाम कनेक्शन को लेकर जो है वो पूछताछ कर सकती है। क्योंकि जो ज्योति है वो लगातार साल 2022 साल 2023 की बात करें तो 24 की बात करें तो जानकारी में अब तक यही आया है जांच में कि ज्योति पाकिस्तान जाने के पहले भी काशी गई थी और पाकिस्तान से आने के बाद भी वो काशी गई थी। जब वो पाकिस्तान में 30 दिन के करीब रुकी थी, उस वक्त भी जो ज्योति है वो उसके बाद आकर काशी गई थी। आखिर काशी में ऐसा क्या है? क्या कोई एक धार्मिक कनेक्शन है या महज एक यूट्यूब की बात है या फिर इसके पीछे कोई बड़ी साजिश है? क्योंकि जिस तरीके से ज्योति के अलावा देश में तमाम अलग अलग जो बड़े जासूसी मामले में गिरफ्तारी सामने आई है और सबसे बड़ी बात यह कि बेहद चौंकाने वाला है कि जो NIA ने CRPF के मोतीराम जाट को जिस तरीके से गिरफ्तार किया, जो कि CRPF और पहलगाम अटैक के कुछ ही दिनों पहले वो वहां से उसका ट्रांसफर हुआ था, लेकिन जिस तरीके से तमाम ट्रांजैक्शंस जो देश में सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म के जरिए जो ट्रांजैक्शंस हुआ और उसके बाद इसमें जिस तरह से लगातार चेन जो बढ़ता गया और पाकिस्तान इंटेलिजेंस ऑपरेटिव और ISI जिस तरीके से भारत के खिलाफ लगातार जासूसों की एक पूरी जो एक मॉड्यूल तैयार करने पे लगी हुई है और ये अब इस वक्त जो आइडेंटिफाई करना ये मुश्किल है कि और कौन कौन से जो है जासूस है, क्योंकि एजेंसी हर एक कड़ी दर कड़ी को जोड़ती जा रही है, लेकिन ये जासूसों का जो एक बहुत बड़ा जो मॉड्यूल है अभी भी कहीं ना कहीं किसी के रडार से दूर है। लेकिन जिस तरीके से काशी और पाकिस्तान प्रधानमंत्री के हरी झंडी दिखाने के बाद उस वक्त भी जो ज्योति है वो वंदे भारत ट्रेन में मौजूद थी, उसने तमाम कैप्चर्स किए, तो क्या ये पाकिस्तान की जो खुफिया एजेंसी ISI है और उसकी जो सब कोऑर्डिनेट जो एक एसोसिएट जो उसकी एक दूसरी यूनिट है PIO, क्या उसके इशारे तो उसने चुनिंदा जगहों का उसने वीडियो बनाया या फिर महज एक ये धार्मिक था? फिलहाल इसको इस पूरे जांच को है जो है एजेंसी खंगालने में लगी हुई है। जी
शुक्रिया जावेद हमारे संग जुड़ने के लिए। Two Chinese nationals have been charged by the US Department of Justice for allegedly smuggling a dangerous biological pathogen into the United States. According to the DOJ, 33-year-old Yongqing Jian and 34-year-old Junyong Liu were charged with a criminal complaint with conspiracy, smuggling goods into the US, making false claims and visa fraud. According to the director of FBI, Kash Patel, the two Chinese nationals were caught with a fungus called Fusarium graminearia, which scientifically classifies as an agro-terrorism weapon. According to the Department of Justice, the fungus causes head blight, a disease of wheat, barley, maize and rice. Furthermore, release of this virus could be responsible for billions of dollars in economic losses. Aditya Vadavan is joining us for more on this story. Aditya, a scare coming to light from the US?
Well, absolutely, Uday. If you see, the United States, the team of the Federal Bureau of Investigation of Detroit has, arrested a Chinese couple, who were trying to smuggle this dangerous fungus into the United States because, this fungus is believed to be a deadly, is a very dangerous pathogen, that should destroy wheat, crops like wheat, rice and barley, and it could result in huge economic losses in any country, if this pathogen is released in the field. So, at this juncture, it is a very very significant achievement by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And, China is known for such notorious activities. In the way back in 2020, we saw how, the Chinese Communist Party, under the guise of Chinese Communist Party, this Wuhan virus, the coronavirus was leaked through a Wuhan virology lab. And, the same thing has happened. This Chinese couple was trying to smuggle this dangerous fungus into a lab in Detroit, which could have caused a major food crisis in the United States. And currently, this Chinese couple is being interrogated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We have recently also seen that the Trump administration has, gone ahead with removing even the Chinese President Xi Jinping's daughter, even who was enrolled in Harvard. So, at this juncture, high alertness is being maintained against the activities of Chinese Communist Party.
Yes.
And the U.S. defense authorities in Pentagon and other are closely watching, this Chinese threat, because, recently we have also seen where, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has said that...
Yes, absolutely. China... Stay with us. More breaking news coming in. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has said President Donald Trump remains optimistic about recent developments in the Russia-Ukraine peace efforts. She confirmed both nations have held direct talks, with Russia submitting a peace memorandum and agreeing to a mutual hostage exchange. Leavitt added that Trump sees this as progress and blamed his predecessor's weakness for the prolonged conflict.
The President's thinking on the Russia-Ukraine war as it stands, I spoke to him about it just this morning, is he remains positive at the progress that we've seen. Again, he urged both leaders to sit down and talk directly with one another, and they did that. Russia handed over a memorandum of peace, or a peace plan, or a suggestion of one, I understand, to the Ukrainian side. They also agreed upon the exchange of prisoners or hostages from each other's countries. So he remains positive about the progress that we're seeing, but he also is a realist, and he realizes these are two countries that are at war and have been for a long time because of his predecessor's weakness and incompetence. So he's working hard to solve this conflict, and that's where his mind is right now.
All right, another news now coming in this hour. For the first time in 3 years, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth will be skipping the NATO defense ministers meeting in Brussels, a key platform for coordination military aid to Ukraine. The decision reflects the Trump administration's shift away from the group, with leadership roles increasingly taken up by the UK and Germany. According to sources, US Ambassador to NATO Matthew Whitaker will attend the meeting in place of Hegseth. Aditya Vadavan is live with us for more on this story. Aditya, what explains this decision by Pete Hegseth?
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you see, this Trump administration has been saying that, that it is their priority, to end this Russia-Ukraine war. However, if in the hindsight we see, Donald Trump hasn't been able to effectively end this Russia-Ukraine war that he has been saying. And, recently now, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth not attending this NATO meet regarding Ukraine tantamounts to the fact that United States is not so very serious about, ending this war. We have seen, how Trump kept saying that, unless and until Ukraine signs the minerals deal, they won't come in to stop this Russia-Ukraine war. However, post, this mineral deal was also signed between the United States and Ukraine. The United States hasn't very proactively worked to stop this war. However, we have seen the successive rounds of discussions between both the sides, which were brokered by the United States, be it in Qatar, be it in Riyadh. However, the results of the efforts by the United States didn't prove to be very fruitful. So, in the times to come, there still exists, trust deficit between the Russian as well as the Ukrainian side, and now the European Union is taking strides in this regard. Recently what we have seen that the EU President Ursula von der Leyen had declared that we will impose hard sanctions on Russia if it doesn't stop this war, and countries like Poland, UK, and Germany also stepped up, reaffirming their commitment that if need required, we will deploy a military assistance on to Ukraine as far as this Russia-Ukraine war is concerned. Yes, Uday.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Aditya, with those details. Let's slip into a short break on that note.